stop being lazy. Yeah. And I became creative. Yeah. And I learned how to create it. And now that pride's for me. So come see. Oh, come here.
Welcome back to the Silver Lining Podcast. I am your host, Sterlington. This is my co-host, Cameron. And we got the Falcons to talk about some more. A lot going on this week, obviously. The Falcon Nation and the whole goddamn tizzy. And rightfully so after the 30-0 loss. But you either turn the page or tear the page. The week moves on, and right now we're looking ahead to the Falcons' Week 4 matchup at home with the Washington Commanders. But Cam, how you been doing, my boy?
Been doing pretty good, man. It's been a busy week, but it has finally come to an end. I'll be in the Lions Den or in enemy territory this weekend. I'll be in New Orleans. Visiting some family.
He ain't no real Falcon fan. See, he could have put that trip off to the bye week. He was like, nah. I damn sure don't want to have to see the Falcons. Let me go ahead. I need 2 bye weeks after that performance last
year. That's a little family trip, so something that's planned a little bit while ago. But
yeah.
Aside from that, it's been a good week, man. I'm actually looking forward to seeing how the boys rebound after that beatdown last week.
Yeah, man. I gotta admit, last week was rough. Definitely a lot of room for concern. I was digging into some of the numbers, just to compare how guys look to some of the other rookies. I saw some alarming things, not gonna lie. I was looking at completion percentages in the first 6 games or of all the rookies all the guys who were in the first round of that class last year. And Michael Penix Jr. is the only one I saw where he only had 1 game where his completion percentage was above 65%. Everybody else had multiples. Now, to be fair, Penix has had a lot of drops. He's had a lot of drops. In fact, two of his interceptions last year were off of drops, and then the third one was off of miscommunication with the receiver, which, by the way, seems to happen quite a bit. And in hindsight, I think that might be why they let Ike Hilliard go.
I was thinking the same thing because I'm like, every game there seems to be some miscommunication with the receivers. Like, he's always like, "Why you didn't do this? Why you didn't do that?" And they're like,
"Yeah."
And every game.
There were several in that last game specifically where Penix seems like he's genuinely expecting the receiver to do something completely different. And so, Penix had a lot of inaccurate passes, but he had passes that also looked very much like you're not where you're supposed to be when I threw the ball. Like, they just were not on the same page. In a way that's really unacceptable after having a whole offseason, to get it together. You know what I'm saying? So I think that might be it. And also, speaking of other changes, I think, I was really thinking about it. One of the issues I was really having this year that it kind of showed up a little last year too, in hindsight, is that inability to get the play calling fast enough. There were times where with Kirk that happened early on. And with Michael Penix Jr. this year, it's happened a lot, especially the last couple of games where we were on the road in these loud environments. Like, it's so bad that I was wondering if Penix really is grasping the playbook or something like that. Because like is he having a hard time understanding the play call, or is Zach Robinson just not getting it in fast enough, or was it just so loud? Because Minnesota and Carolina, both of those were home openers, so both of those were probably really loud situations. You know what I'm saying? And so with both of those being home openers, being loud situations, it's hard to get the play call in. But then you have the instance where your boy, we call a timeout and then get a delay of game out of a timeout, and it's like that's just
Inexcusable, bro.
inexcusable. It's an inexcusable thing to happen. Like hell, somebody had to get fired after that. That maybe Ike Hilliard got sacrificed because that was like, damn. After that play happened, he like somebody got to get fired. All the
Mhm.
coaches can't come back on the team bus after that. Somebody got to get the axe. All right, somebody. Hey, your bus stop was Carolina. All right, that's what yours. All buses going back to Atlanta. Your bus stops in Carolina.
Catch the Greyhound back.
Mm-hmm. No, no, don't come back. We'll send your things to you. We'll mail it to you. All right. So somebody had to get fired, and then, like I said, multiple instances of what seemed like the quarterback and receiver not being on the same page. It was like, yeah, Ike, it's you, and look, maybe Ike getting scapegoated a little bit, because look, there's a lot of issues. I mean, there's a lot of issues, right?
Yeah, no, if we're being honest, Zach Robinson is the main culprit, bro.
I agree.
Like people, like don't get me wrong, there were some instances throughout that Carolina game where I was like, you know what, it's kind of what you said. Maybe it was some miscommunication with the receivers, but also there was some errant throws
Yeah,
and errant throws off of some mechanic issues. Like I'm not a quarterback, but like I'm just actually after watching some of the tape and hearing the experts talk about it. I mean, I can kind of see it, and you can compare that to other QBs, and you start noticing things like, oh, okay, maybe this is why. So it's not nothing to be like extremely worried about, but it's something to work on. Maybe something that we he works on in the off season. But at this point, I mean, it kind of is what it is. But the main culprit in all this, at the end of the day, is Zach Robinson. Man, his play calling has been kind of stale. It's been kind of predictable. I
yeah.
mean, despite all the motions and whatnot that we have, teams are able to dial in on our plays, and we are.
Simply off a quarterback and running back alignment.
Oh, exactly,
Like
man.
the motion's good and
Exactly.
all, but if I see you in pistol and I know you running pistol, it don't matter what your motions are because I know you running the ball. You know what I'm saying? Hell, you probably gonna lead me to the ball with the motion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And if I see you in shotgun, I know you throwing it. You know what I'm saying? And we barely don't, we barely do under center, so it's only really two options, and then you are predictable out of those options. Um, and he has a lot of that same my guys just got to be better than yours for us to win. Because if they not, or if they better coached and it's close in talent, then we about to get shut down. You know what I'm saying? And my biggest thing too is God, bro, we just don't get people open, and we also don't play to Michael Penix Jr.'s strengths. To me, in my opinion, and I'm like, that's just not the way to develop a young quarterback. And now he's had a bad game. We got shat on. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little concerned about Michael Penix Jr.'s confidence right now. We three
I
games into the
agree.
year.
I
He
agree,
got
dude.
one touchdown and what, two picks?
Our offense hasn't looked good, man.
Yeah,
Not once, man. Not once. And
like
it's like, granted, Bijan is doing all he can, and we're like, and
the
when
run
we
game looked good during at Minnesota. Yeah, that was it.
exactly, but aside from that, you take that away, like our offensive identity right now is what can Bijan do for us? How far can Bijan carry us? And I don't want like it's kind of
Which is such a shame because we got a lot. We invested weapons in the pass game, and it's like
yeah.
we got to depend on Bijan to be the only source of us moving the ball, not our main source, maybe our identity, but like the only way it's getting done.
which is a shame, man, because we've invested so much on the offensive side of the ball. We have a pretty solid O line. We just can't get our receivers the ball. We can't draw up any explosive plays. It's kind of a chore to watch. It's not fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm right with you. Honestly, I get a little more excited when the defense get on the field, but I get a little
Same.
excited when the offense. I want to be excited when the offense. We got guys to make the offense exciting. We just not doing what we need to do. So I guess that catapults us forward into the next game. This week we at home against the Commanders. We don't know if Jaden Daniels is playing or not. All right. I think I speak for 99.9% of Falcons fans everywhere when I say that has a big bearing on how I feel about this game. Right?
Well, not for me.
Not predicting wins or losses. You might predict the Falcons lose anyway. It would be the Falcon fashion. It would be the most Falcon way if they got a backup quarterback coming into their building and they lose.
Oh, not only lose, get our ass beat
Yeah, yeah.
by the guy that we let out of our door.
Two of them. Two of
Yes,
them.
two
The
of them.
coach, the quarterback. I'd be like, oh man, all the all the former Falcons are coming back to Atlanta to shit on them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So look, when I look at this game, we pull up the injury report. So today, Terry McLaurin did not practice. John Bates didn't practice. This is for the Commanders. Noah Brown didn't practice. Uh, Percy Butler didn't practice. I don't know who that is. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, he's out of in practice at practice in uniform with a sleeve on his leg, worked on the side field. So he was a DNP, but he was at practice. That's pretty much gonna be their starting running back because Austin Eckler blew his Achilles out. So they're gonna have some backups in. Jaden Daniels limited. And on our side, we're still, we didn't have Kadero Hodge, AJ Terrell, is still out. Nathan Carter and Josh Woods were out. Josh Woods wasn't hurt, but those backups. Far as limited participation, Jamal Agnew, James Pierce Jr., and then full participation, Kyle Pitts back to a full participant. But we also returning DeMarco Helms to finally get to play in this regular season, and we're getting Casey Washington back. Um, Excited that DeMarco Helms is back. I think that's great to help the defense. Too bad he can't help the offense. But yeah, this game definitely gonna start with injuries. Obviously, if Jaden Daniels doesn't play, the Washington offense does get a little less explosive. I know they put up 40 points last week, but they had a kick return touchdown, a near kick return touchdown, and a 60-yard run TD. So, when you're on the road with a backup quarterback, it's a little different. Backup quarterback, backup running back in the road, maybe that'll be a little harder. But I know. Big balls on this guy to be saying that after the game I saw the Falcons play last week. But we gotta stay positive. We gotta stay positive. All right. Now, whew. So some other chatter from the week. Well, let's not look forward. Matter of fact, let's just look at this game, right? Now, if you look at this game, um how you see the Falcons getting it done? What you got to see them do to get this thing done?
Um, before the season started, Raheem kind of alluded to our offense being the identity of our team. Our offense is going to be potent enough to where we score a lot of points, and our defense just kind of has to be good enough to stop them.
Yeah.
Just be good enough. And it's been clear that that is the complete opposite.
Boy,
At this point, like the only way we win this game is if our defense plays out of its mind.
I agree
Our
for the
defense
most part.
has to play well because right now our offense hasn't shown me a product that I can believe in. Aside from Bijan, the offense hasn't shown me anything else. So, it's our defense is gonna have to really be on the front foot. I'm hoping Mariota plays because he's not as good of a quarterback as Jaden Daniels, but hey, this game means something for him considering we benched him for Desmond Ritter.
Oh yeah.
So this is a revenge game for him. This
Holy
means
shit,
something
yeah.
for him. Mariota wants to start this game. Dan Quinn got fired from Atlanta. This means something to him.
And always has.
And always has. He's gotten his revenge before with Dallas as a DC,
Oh, he's 2-0 since then.
but now he's the head coach.
He beat us last year.
He did his last year, but now I guarantee you this
Now,
time he probably wanna
Hey.
put a belt to ass.
first time he back to the scene of the crime.
First time he's back to the scene of the crime.
Yeah. See, that first one was in Dallas. The other one was in Washington. It's the first time he's come back to the scene of the crime.
And I guarantee you, he is trying to put belt to ass.
He want to put belt to ass.
We gonna see, man. They have every incentive to come in here into our house and beat the brakes off of us. Because I guarantee you that's what they want to do. And our defense is gonna have to be the ones to set that tempo. Like, no, that ain't happening in this house. That can't happen in this house. The defense gonna have to be the ones. We have to win the turnover battle. Special teams gonna have to cook. We gonna have to make our field goals. Because if we start missing those, I don't know, man. Our team psyche, we might crumble.
Yeah, man.
We might crumble. We start missing field goals. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, man, that's really what it's gonna take, bro. Like the offense ain't showing me nothing.
Yeah.
Like you see, I'm only talking about the defense right now.
I think another thing that we need to talk about and have a serious fucking conversation, like another job might be on the goddamn line this week, is special teams. Special teams had a mediocre game against Tampa Bay. Psst. Hey, Cam, you seeing this shit?
Oh yeah, I think I am. What is that?
That's a person watching this podcast that hasn't subscribed. Subscribe. The button's down below. The ball was dead where it landed. And then we had another shitty game this Sunday. Kicker missed 2 kicks. We could not field a kickoff to save our fucking lives. Right now, maybe that has something to do with the fact that that was the first outdoor game we played this year. That could explain both of those things. People had a hard time dealing with the sun because the first game was in the dome. The second one was at night in Minnesota in the dome. You know what I'm saying? And in, Carolina, this was our first time, playing outside in a 1:00 start. But hey, Carolina play outside too. Carolina had to deal with the sun too because guess what? They flipped the sides of the field. Carolina had no problem fielding the ball, and they had some good returns. And we basically, the ball was dead wherever it was. And Bradley Pena had like a 23-yard punt on one of his punts. Like, we look like shit on special teams. And it ruins the field position battle, right? And it's going to be very much on display because guess who is a top 2 team? Matter of fact, no. The number 1 team in returning kicks. Go ahead, take a guess, Cam.
Is it the team we're playing on Sunday?
It just so fucking happens to be the team we playing this Sunday. Right? So we about to come up against a team that's real good on special teams, and we about to go up and bring our mediocre special teams. Bro, this could be one of them games where they average starting field position at the 50 and our average starting field position inside the 20. We have no chance of winning this game if we have to march 80 plus yards every drive while the other team only has to march 50 yards. Like honestly, it made the decision to go for it on fourth down 2 times on your side of the field, like we did last week, look even stupider because, or hell, maybe it looked better because every time you punt the ball, you're not really flipping field position anyway. You know what I'm saying? Every time they kick off, you're not getting a lot of yards anyway. Shit, might as well go for it. What? Go for it on the 48 or get a 23-yard punt, and then they getting the ball, at the 30-something yard line.
I'm trying to
At
tell
the
you.
in the high 30s, like just under 40. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this team, boy, this fucking team, man. These guys, so we got special teams. I need to see it. When I talk about the Falcons, I don't think we running the ball against this team very much. This team's actually pretty good against the run. This team pretty good against the run. If we're gonna beat these boys, it's gonna have to be through the air. So Michael Penix Jr. He gonna have to pick his nuts up. Zach Robinson is gonna have to get creative for once. Like I heard, I think he said in the presser that he loves pistol because it's so versatile. And it's like if it's so versatile, why are you so predictable out of it? You're not showing us anything. And then everybody out here blaming, oh, it's the offense, it's the offense. No. It's the trigger man for the offense. It's the play caller. It's the guy out here making the decisions about the plays that's making this formation bad. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Sam. God damn it. The game playing in the background. Sam did a Sam. He held that ball, that defender. I was like, oh, he just don't feel it. But at least that probably means he's not seeing ghosts anymore. um, sorry, we got the game on in the background. As we're recording this Thursday night, I just had it on in the background and then just happened to look up when Sweat got a strip sack on Sam Darnold. But yeah, talking about this team, I think if Mary, regardless of what quarterback plays, I want to see a spy. Regardless of if it's Mariota or Daniels, I want somebody on their ass whenever we run man coverage. If ever we run man coverage and we got to turn our backs to the quarterback, I need to see somebody with eyes on Mariota or eyes on Jaden Daniels. This team that we're going against, so we one of the best run rush teams in the league. But we got more than half of our current rush yards in that one game against Minnesota. We were mediocre running the ball against Tampa. We were mediocre running the ball against the Panthers. And Washington is pretty decent. I expect us to continue being mediocre. Washington is one of the best teams also in running the ball, though. But, and back to your point, and that's one of our other keys, like our third key, is that we got to be super efficient at stopping the run, be a quarterback or running back. We are one of I think we this is no, we're not top 10 in run defense. I think we might be top 10, but like number 9 in run defense. But we actually like number 2 in pass defense, I think. So if we tidy up, keep the run. They don't have Terry McLaurin, so they're gonna probably look to get the ball in Debo's hands. Maybe we got something to do. And I think ultimately one of the things that got to happen is Penix just got to play better, bro.
For real, bro. I agree. Like, I don't want everyone to seem like I'm just being harsh on him. At the end of the day, I know he's a second year player, but essentially he is a rookie. Once he played 6 games so far.
Mm-hmm.
6 games so far, and his offense hasn't really done him any justice. The play calling hasn't really helped him. Hasn't really played to his strengths. So yeah, like, he do need to play better, man. He do need to play better. He do need to work on his accuracy a little bit better. But like, when I mean it, like 80% of this is still on Zach. At least it is in my opinion, man. I don't know how.
Hey, it's hard for us to change our opinion because we've been saying that about Zach for a minute. Like I'm like, man, hey, you got to show me, man. I don't get extra excited about OCs if they ain't putting up points, man. We've been here, we've been Falcons fans long enough to know which OCs know what the fuck they doing and which ones don't.
Dude, look at the Texans OC, bro. He had
About to
that one.
get fired.
He had that one good year
Bobby
with the
Slowick?
Texans. Bobby Slowick.
You mean
They
last
were
year? Yeah.
they were talking about head coaching jobs, head coaching jobs. Next year he got fired, bro.
Hey, but shit. Hey, look, let me tell you something. The grass ain't always green on the other side, boy. The only team scoring less points than the Falcons right now are the Texans.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
That shit crazy. I thought for sure after we got blanked in the two offensive performances we had, I just knew we was last in the league. But no, no, believe it or not, there is an offense that is worse than us.
And the Texans got a pretty solid defense too.
They do, but they won't waste it.
They are wasting it right now.
But
Wasting it right
they
now.
set up CJ Stroud for failure. Like I'm like, bruh, that old line was bullshit last year, and then you take away his best pass protector.
I'm trying to tell why.
Hey man, you know why? Because they probably got the same buffoons running their franchise that's running ours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a mirror, but hey, they in the AFC South, we in the NFC. Oh my bad. They actually been to the playoffs in the last 7 years. We got the worst stooges. But
Couldn't agree more, my
anywho,
brother.
so how we about to falcon this shit up? If be good or bad, good or bad, how we about to falcon this thing up?
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. I don't. The only way this game close is if we win. If we lose, we gonna get our ass beat. That's just
Yeah,
my
this is a
prediction.
multi-score game. That means we got our ass beat, right?
100%, bro. 100%. But like, how we falcon this one? How do we snatch? How do we snatch defeat from the jaws of victory? See, that's the thing, bro. I don't think this game gonna be close enough to do that.
Well, it's all about if Daniels play to me. If Jaden Daniels playing that
Yeah.
offense moving how it's supposed to. But I mean, look, if I'm being real, our defense didn't really play bad last game. I felt like they got put in shitty situations. Like the Panthers, they got them on the opening drive. But when I watched that drive, I felt like the Panthers did a bunch of shit they didn't put on tape all year. Because Bryce Young, he was kind of getting murked. They knew they had two backup O linemen in. And they saw the tape too. They saw what the Falcons did against Minnesota. Them boys said, "Shit, no, hey, we don't want no parts of that." Them boys moved the pocket around so much on that first drive. Had Bryce throwing all these rollout plays to the perimeter and shit, just doing everything to make sure Bryce not sitting back there like a sitting duck. So they did all that to the tune of a touchdown on their first drive, right? But then um, pretty much all of the rest of their offensive points came on drives where Michael Penix Jr. had the near pick six, and they scored on that. There was two times where we had a turnover on downs on their side or on our side of the field. So like that was other times, and then it's like there was a time Bradley Pena had a 23-yard punt. You know what I'm saying? It was like the field position put the defense in the worst fucking possible way. You know what I'm saying? And then seven, like I said, seven of those points came from a direct pick six. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like the defense can show up this next game. I think they can keep it from possibly getting out of hand as long as offense and special teams don't get in their way.
See, that's the thing, man. If special teams can just replicate how they were in week 2, that'd be great. Hell, if they even give us something a little bit less than that, I'd be cool with that too.
Yeah, bro.
But the special teams cannot get in the way. Our offense cannot turn the ball over at all. No picks, no fumbles. And maybe we can keep it close. Maybe.
I mean, it's the NFL. You know.
It's any given Sunday, but at the end of the day, I'm not as optimistic about this particular game as I was. Granted, Mariota, there's a good chance Mariota played, but it's the revenge factor, man. Like that's something you can't really account for in X's and O's. That's something you can't really account for in like these analysis and statistics. Is like when people actually playing, they putting they heart on the line.
Yeah, it sure
They got
is.
that. They got an extra edge, man. And I just feel like Dan Quinn and Mariota gonna have a little edge. Uh, I think we can take advantage of it though, because Mariota can be had. He
Yeah.
can be had. It's on the road. It'll be a hostile environment. We can actually win this game. It's just can our offense? Can we play complementary football? Can our offense give our defense something to work with?
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because you made me think of one particular thing too, right? So with Michael Penix Jr., we don't really know necessarily. I mean, maybe we overreacted, but we don't know necessarily if we can trust him to throw the ball, right? Um, but we kind of already know you can't really trust Mariota to throw the ball. Not like if you say, hey, we about to remove that other team's run game, and either Mariota gonna beat us with his arm, or Mariota ain't beating us, period. I think you can live off of that. You know what I'm saying? Now that's easier said than done, obviously. You know, Cliff Kingsbury back there calling the plays. He know a little something, something.
Oh, he know how to draw up an explosive play or two.
He knows something, something. Yeah. And quite frankly, if I'm Washington, they probably thinking the same thing. They're like, shit. After what we saw last week, we about to be like, hey, no run game. They finna beat us with Michael Penix Jr.
And especially after what they heard those interviews, like, oh, Zach Robinson is adamant about this pistol. We know exactly what they're gonna
So
do.
we know they ain't changing it up, probably. I mean, they know he on the sideline now. That
Yeah.
I feel like, and see, that's the thing. Just if we just keeps the bullshit to a minimum, right? And I think that's the hardest part about watching that Panthers game was that um you didn't just see a team get their ass kicked. You saw a team have bullshit at a maximum. You know what I'm saying? Kicker missing kicks, getting delay of games out of timeouts. Pick sixes like it's in it, missing wide open passes. You know what I'm saying? It's things that you've come accustomed to taking for granted out of a professional football team. What you think gonna happen is if it's within under 15 yards and it's wide open, boom, quarterback gonna hit him. Uh, if you call a timeout because you couldn't get the play call in, boom, the next play call gonna get in on time. They're gonna run this next play without penalty. Um, the kicker last week just hit a 54-yarder. He got two chances from the same distance. You figure he hit at least one of them. Did not happen. You expect the guys fielding kicks to catch the ball. Didn't happen. These are all things you take for granted in football as a fan that the Falcons didn't do last week. So I really just want to see them keep bullshittery at a minimum. Keep that falconry at a minimum.
These are
All right.
Falcon confessions.
Just when I thought I said all I could say, these Falcons on the side. What's the score prediction? See if they got an L on the way.
See, the more I talk about it, man, the more I
You about
believe
to gas yourself up too?
the more I believe this team has an actual legitimate chance at winning if Mariota plays. If Jaden Daniel plays, we're gonna lose. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think
Yeah.
it's gonna happen. I just don't think we're gonna have enough. If
Yeah.
Mariota plays, granted, I think he's gonna have a little bit of an X factor going into the game. I still think he can be had. Uh, if we can stop the run or at least hone in on it, limit QB scramble to make him throw the ball, I think we can produce some turnovers. I think if our special teams can at least cut a little bit of the bullshit aside, we can keep in and stay in this game. And if our offense can just find like a smidgen, just a smidgen of creativity, a smidgen, a little shake and bake, just a little,
Yeah.
just a dash of shake and bake, then maybe we got a chance at winning this game. I'd say, are these dudes really about to make me say they gonna win? Because this now it's starting to feel like a
Hey,
game.
hey, hey. what's that logo behind your head, boy?
The silver lining,
All
man.
right then. Hey, don't feel bad. Shit, You what? You ready to you ready to tune in and pick these boys to lose every week? Go ahead, keep being disappointed. Like, come on, man. You already know how this shit go. Damn. Like, matter of fact, I'm gonna pick them to win. You know why? Because it wouldn't be the Falcon way if they just sucked. They gotta give you hope. They
That's the
gotta
thing.
give you hope. And you matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they go out there and win handily. I would not be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they had the best offensive performance they had all year. Because if we being real,
Dog, I was thinking the same thing. I wouldn't be surprised if Penix threw for like 400 yards, bro.
like, because I'm like, I mean, Washington ain't really play no good offenses if we being real. Now they got Dan Quinn, that's the defensive head coach, so keep that shit in mind now. But I'm saying, they had the Giants, they had the Packers, and the Packers defense been, but offense, not impressed, not
Yeah,
impressed. And then
yeah.
the Raiders, you know what I'm saying, and it can happen, it can happen. So yeah, it would be the most Falcon thing, for them to after a 30-point beatdown. Because look, hey, back in 2015, we got shellacked by the Panthers in Carolina, 38-0, and then we won the
Yo,
next two
did.
games. We beat the Jags, and then we played the Panthers again, and then we beat the Panthers at home.
Show did.
That's the beauty therein of the NFL. This ain't college or high school where the talent you got is just what you got, and if your team suck, it just suck. All these guys professionals. All these guys are the cream of the crop, and you never know when everybody gonna put their shit together and come out and punch another team that seem like they better in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what's your final prediction before we get out of here?
You know what? I'm going Parker Romo game winner 31-28.
All right. I ain't gonna give them 31 just because that's a real offensive explosion. I think they just got a little baby explosion. Um, I,
The reason I'm going
Michael
31-28.
Penix Jr. game winning touchdown. We're gonna be down. I can't believe I'm picking somebody to score this many points against the defense with how good they. No, matter of fact, fuck that. I'm not picking that many points. Falcons win 24-22 or some shit. And it's gonna be a game winning field goal from Parker Romo. They going the Commanders gonna get up by one late in the game, and we're gonna get a game winning drive for 3 to win the game. Boom.
The reason I picked 31-28 is because it just beat the Falcon way to just having a massive explosion after last week.
Yeah. On offense and defense. Right now the offense got to carry us, and we don't know where we at as a team.
Exactly.
All right, man. Well, it's been fantastic talking to you guys, having you guys listen, talking to Cam. It's all good. I got to hurry up because last time I got cut off. So we on X.com, going to be posting it there at the AG line and 91 .com or whatever. Y'all know how this X shit go. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, hit the little bell when you want to hear some real niggas uploading. Peace.